of thunderstorms in the evening, low around 70. Wednesday, mostly sunny with a chance of pop-up thunderstorms, high in the lower 90s. Heat index values around 100. Wednesday night, partly cloudy with a slight chance of thunderstorms, low around 70. Thursday, partly cloudy with a chance of pop-up thunderstorms, high in the lower 90s. Thursday night, partly cloudy, low around 70. Friday, mostly sunny with a chance of pop-up thunderstorms, high around 90. Friday night, partly cloudy, low around 70. Stay cool and hydrated this week because it's going to be a hot one. Have a great first week and Raider up.
Hi, this is Mary Alice with the High Divers. You're listening to WWSU.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone.
Done.
By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Good afternoon,
Hello!
everybody.
Hey.
We are back.
All right.
It's so good to be back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Of course, after the devastating fire that we
Union
had here
fire.
in the student union.
Devastating.
It's been almost a month, but we're back, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it is.
What do we do? What are we
Absolutely.
going to talk about today? We
Don't-
don't know.
We just got excited and said, let's do a show, and then we didn't think about what we'd talk about for the show.
So let's.
Joe Burrow.
Let's talk about what you did throughout the 3 weeks that we were gone.
A lot of meetings in Dunbar.
A lot.
So something I learned was there's really no place on campus to meet with people in a professional setting because there's students everywhere. So I started using group study rooms at Dunbar and just telling the library people that I was just meeting with classmates, and I just have meetings in there.
Yeah, and that is something that one thing that a lot of people that have their offices here in the student union, a lot of our friends that we know, say a lot of them said,
And if those friends are hearing us right now, they should come down and be on the show.
yes,
Right.
yes. So
Looking at you, Jonathan.
We're on until 2. Get your butt down here.
right. So one of the things that people said that we have their offices here in the student union felt like a lost puppy with nowhere to go.
Right.
Having
Really
not having accesses to our offices.
It felt like a bad breakup, Parker.
It did. It really did. Like I took this breakup harder than some of my previous
I know.
relationships.
I've had relationships where it didn't hurt as bad as being away from WWSU for 3 weeks.
Exactly. So, but nonetheless, we're back.
Yeah,
So we
are.
thought it'd be fun to do like just this spontaneous show here.
Yeah.
Why not?
Absolutely. Why not? So thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Thank you for supporting WWSU. We've got, one heck of a fall lined up. So let's just run down some of the stuff we have coming up. We have Second Down with Scotty coming back, with Scotty Kramer.
Yeah.
Great show. Talking football, talking NFL, college football. He's he's probably the best football, sports guy we have here.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We have On the Horizon coming back. We have The Perspective coming back.
Of course.
We have The Right Morning Show coming back.
Mm-hmm.
We have another really cool idea for a morning show that could potentially be coming very soon.
Yes. Yes.
We have a true crime podcast coming up. We have Raider Report coming up. We have
Kadeen from Kadeen Vibes.
we
is
have
coming
Kadeen
back.
coming
he was
back,
in
right?
Jamaica for the longest time, and
We-
he's coming back to Ohio.
absolutely.
Why would you leave Jamaica for Ohio? Nobody knows, but he's coming back.
For
He
his
wants
show.
to do a show.
Yeah, for his
And
show?
I kid you not, he loves doing
WWSU
the
through
show.
and through.
Yes.
But we have a show with SGA coming up. We have a show with UAB coming up. So
Whoa! Tell us a little bit about that. I haven't heard about the SGA show or
Yeah,
the
well,
UAB show.
I talked to Jonathan. The UAB one's still very much a work in progress, but it would be hosted by Dejanay. But the SGA one's one that we talked about at Take Flight. It's something that I got to reconnect with Jonathan about. But I want to have a couple of the members of the SGA cabinet, SGA senators, on talking about some of the decisions they make. And I think it's a win-win because it gives them more of a platform to explain their thought process, explain what they do. And it also gives the student body here at Wright State a chance to, kind of go or understand what goes into the decisions that impact them.
mm-hmm.
So I think it's a great partnership, and I'm really excited about it. But, our fall show schedule, it started a few weeks later than we wanted it to, but
Right.
it is absolute fire.
Yeah. Yeah. We jam packed with lots of.
And don't forget sports broadcasts on the weekends, too.
Right. Of course. That's one of the most important parts here of WWSU. So lots of fun guests coming to both your show On the Horizon and mine.
Absolutely.
The
And I'm
perspective.
sure Scotty will get some really awesome guests too.
Absolutely. He always brings some really entertaining guests to talk some football on his show. So
Is Bailey coming back?
Yeah, Bailey is
Yeah,
doing his
Bailey's
show, as
show this
well.
summer was awesome.
it
Yeah,
was. It
he's-
was a lot of fun.
And I know Bella wants to do something very similar too. But I love the type of show where it's like movie reviews, where it's like,
Yeah.
like what they're gonna do with the true crime documentary or their podcast.
Yeah.
Stuff like that is just really interesting to me. So you'll catch me in my office doing my job, but also listening to the shows that we're playing on the air. Because I think we have a lot of really good shows this fall.
We do. There's lots of fun shows, and I think we have a lot of prospective, new
plug.
members here. Well, unintended plug, but we have a lot of interested new members here coming to the station.
That's what I'm most excited about.
Right. So lots of people looking to join us. We have our first DJ meeting on Monday, which I'm really excited for.
Well, I was up there with Bella, our music director, and I was like, we're still going to have the DJ meeting in a classroom because I can't get 25 people into our lobby with the COVID protocols. And
Challenge accepted.
Exactly.
Right?
And Bella just looked at me and she's like, we have 25 people in the org? And I'm like, I know. It's going to be very, very exciting. I mean, the rate we're going right now, I don't see why we can't get close to 40 members by the end of the year.
Right.
Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible. So lots of new shows coming to the station. We have some new sports broadcasters that are interested. We
Very
have some new staff members joining us as well.
3 new positions here.
So we introduce. Well, I'm sure you will see them both on our social medias. We'll get them introduced to
Absolutely.
you publicly as soon as we can. But it's really exciting. We're back in our offices. We've done a lot of work since we've been
Absolutely.
away. So.
Yeah.
But we're back now, and it's exciting.
I do my best work when I'm in here, so I'm excited for, not just for WWSU being back, but I'm excited for myself because I know that we were able to do a good job adapting and making the most out of working out of Dunbar for a few weeks. But there's no doubt that not just myself personally, but everyone here at the station elevates to a different level when we're in here.
Absolutely. So.
We also slack to a different level one.
No doubt about it.
That's very
As soon as we're done here, we're going to be turning on MLB TV. so.
Exactly. So there are lots of exciting, things going on here at WWSU that is going to be, slowly introduced and coming to the public here in the next couple of weeks. So
yeah, no doubt. So all we ask is that you're a little bit patient with us. Obviously, normally we're in the full swing of things now in week 4 of the semester with show schedule, but obviously we're a little bit behind on that. Show schedule should be totally normal starting next week. And also, it might not look completely packed right now, but we already have 4, 5, 6 potential shows in the works that should be on within the next couple weeks as well. So
as Pat's phone rings.
Pat's more popular than all
Yes.
of us.
Yeah. Exactly.
Is it his alarm to get to class?
His alarm goes off. I think that's actually a very fair.
Yes.
Well, really smart thing to do, actually.
That is smart.
It's something I've never thought of doing.
Especially if I'm in my office, because I was sending out a mass email earlier this morning, and I looked down, and it was 10:03, and I have a class in Millette at 10:10. If I had an alarm go off at 10, that would have been so much more helpful.
Right.
Yeah,
So
that's exactly what I do.
exactly. We're just talking about it.
Very
That's
smart.
really smart.
I missed a class last week thinking it was Wednesday when it was actually Thursday. So
Been there.
I've done
why I
that.
set
Been
the
there.
alarm.
Yeah. But there's so much.
How do you
more.
tell that to your professor in an email, too, where you're just like, hey, I thought
I
it was
legitimately-
Wednesday?
I legitimately told her, I apologize. I thought it was Wednesday.
But yeah, so we.
My goldfish got the flu, and I had to
My
walk it.
goldfish got COVID.
All right.
Ooh.
Don't lie at that.
But we have. What do you guys want to talk about? We could go around
Well,
the realm.
First of all, are you doing the perspective on Friday?
I am.
Yes, he's on the schedule. Yeah.
I
Okay,
am.
great. Well, Scotty and I didn't get a chance to do our show this week, so I really quickly want to spend part of this 60 minutes talking about our 2 favorite teams. The Colts,
Brutal.
I don't think they necessarily looked horrible. I think the Seahawks just look really, really good.
They do.
But obviously, it doesn't get much easier for the Colts this week. They play the LA Rams, who look dynamite. on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, and we promise this is not going to be an entire hour of sports. If you want that, you can tune into Scotty's, yours, or my show.
And that's why we spaced them out Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Right.
Sports
yeah.
throughout the week.
And that's what we did in the spring. We didn't want people to be, have
right. I don't want to get in the way of Scotty's viewers. I don't want to get in the way of your viewers. So
right.
Let's just space them out.
So, yeah, we didn't want to have all sports all on Mondays or Wednesdays or whatever it is. So we spaced them out kind of like in the spring. So another exciting thing, Raider Sports Podcast is going to be coming back with you and Noah.
I was about to ask about that because I remember you used to do that with The Guardian, and I was wondering if
that is definitely coming back, and I'm excited for it because the first segment of the first episode is going to be how we beat UD in volleyball.
Yes, and that was fantastic.
That was so fun.
I was listening to that and hearing Parker's voice crack as he was declaring that the Raiders beat
I had a voice crack at the end of the Illinois State match, too, and I listened back to it when I listened to the ESPN Plus feed. I'm just like, that's going to haunt me for the rest of my life.
But yeah,
I got to peace out.
See you, Patrick. Thank you
thanks
for being
joining
on
us.
No problem.
So,
and welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back is right. So this is really exciting.
What were your thoughts on the Colts? I want to hear your thoughts on it.
See, the offensive line played worse than I thought they would.
Quentin Nelson, you could tell he was playing a little hurt.
Granted, they were out without their new left tackle Eric Fisher. He was not I don't know.
He has that torn ACL, right? He's coming back
from an Achilles or an ACL or something.
But he tore it in like the Super Bowl, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he's only like 6 months into that rehab.
Right. So that's big, obviously, but the offensive line needs to play better than they did. And
they can't just be Quentin Nelson.
They can't.
Style.
Right. And I mean, I think Quentin could do it if they asked him to, but that's going to be.
Do you move Quentin Nelson to left tackle?
No.
You leave him.
That was one of their possibilities, but they didn't do that. Defense, passing, secondary, atrocious, needs to be better. And I thought that was one of their stronger units was their secondary, and they proved me wrong. That was atrocious.
Well, I mean, some of it you have to say is just Russell Wilson's really dang good. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And so they didn't play terribly. They put up 16 points. But
and like I said, I think the Seahawks looked like a top 5 team in the NFL in week 1.
They did. And I mean, Tyler Lockett caught 4 for 100 yards.
Metcalf had a slow day and
touchdowns.
still had 55 yards and a touchdown.
Right, and that was, like Shea
Chris
said,
Carson was outstanding.
a slow day. Run defense is something else that the Colts need to work on, and that's something that I thought they took pride in. But they have a new offensive coordinator in Marcus Brady, which is kind of irrelevant because Frank Reich calls the plays. But they have that new offensive coordinator with Nick Sirianni going to Philadelphia to be their head coach. But
he looked great in week 1, by the way.
He did. The Eagles played.
I was very pleasantly surprised by the Eagles.
I mean, it's not that I was pleasantly surprised by the Eagles. Jalen Hurts played better than I thought he would. I was really disappointed in Atlanta.
Yeah.
They did not play well at all.
No, they did not. And I will say this. I mean, I have nothing against Arthur Smith, the new coach of the Falcons, who was the offensive coordinator with the Titans. I really wanted Raheem Morris to get that job. I really did. I thought he did a really nice job with the Falcons down the stretch last year. Well, but he's now the defensive coordinator with the Niners, right? And Kyle Shanahan, I think.
I think so.
I think
that sounds right.
I think he's with the Niners.
I have the two biggest surprises for me in week 1. New Orleans put down a butt whooping on the Green Bay Packers. Was insane.
Horrible. And Winston looked spectacular.
He did. My second biggest surprise, and biggest of all, I think, Houston played fantastically.
Yeah. And Tyrod Taylor was great.
Tyrod Taylor played great. New head coach David Coley, 62 years old or whatever he is.
Grandpa Coley.
I've heard fantastic things about Coley, how he brings the energy of a 25-year-old head coach, which has never happened in football, but in pro football. But the dude brings so much energy, and that was on display on Sunday with the Houston Texans, and they played better than I ever would have thought. We're in a pick'em league. We all picked that game wrong.
Yep.
We all picked the New Orleans Green Bay wrong.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought Winston would be pretty good this year, but I didn't
think
he was going to beat Rodgers.
No, I think the biggest surprise.
Was that at Lambeau? No, that was in Jacksonville.
That was
supposed to be in New Orleans, but the
Hurricane Ida was
Jameis,
devastating.
I mean, Jameis. It's crazy to think that something as simple as a LASIK surgery could revive his career, but he has the kind of arm where he could be an MVP candidate if he limits those turnovers. And if he's not going to have 5 touchdowns every week, but if he stops doing the 3 touchdown, 3 interception games and starts doing more 3 touchdown, no interception games, the Saints are going to be in the playoffs, and Jameis might be an MVP candidate because Drew Brees said it best. I mean, Drew Brees was a great captain of the Saints. Winston's got a better arm than Brees.
It makes you think, how the hell did Jameis Winston throw for 5,000 yards with
30 interceptions.
being blind?
Yeah.
The blind part I understand.
I'll be right back. I'm going to get Bella.
Okay. The being blind I understand, but with LASIK surgery, and you come out and you throw for 5 touchdowns is insane. But if Bella wants to talk about football, this can be the 2 minutes of teaching Bella the basics as we welcome a few different guests here.
Look at this.
Into
this
our
is
studio.
Just spectacular. We're live on YouTube.
Do any
right
of you
now.
2 want to join us right now? We have another mic.
We're live on YouTube.
Live on YouTube, live on air.
This is a blast.
And we're having fun. So
I had 3 big takeaways from week 1. Sam Darnold looked really good with the Panthers.
surprisingly,
He did.
Yeah, I thought
I
he was
don't
really
think
good.
he's going to be terrible this year. Number 2, Justin Fields gets his first start in Chicago in the next 2 weeks.
Right.
He looked great. Andy Dalton looked horrible.
And one thing that I loved about that was Bears fans on Twitter calling out Andy Dalton or Matt Nagy to put in Justin Fields. Which
Fields looked good.
He did. He looked great.
Here's hoping that they ride with Dalton for 1 more week so the Bengals can beat him.
So we're going to completely switch topics here for a second.
Well, I have one more thing.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Joe Burrow is a freaking baller.
He is so fine.
Uh-huh. I'm saying.
He is so fine.
Oh,
my
man.
But yeah,
Joey
played
B
great.
is great.
And how about Evan McPherson?
Evan McGoatson, Legatron.
Oh my God.
He was the youngest player to ever kick a game winner. Just saying.
Really?
Legatron, 22 years old.
So
All right, Bella, what do you want to
big
talk about?
takeaway. We're going to talk about one more sports thing
Oh, no.
before we flip topics. And I think we've talked about this before, but I want your opinion on it.
Okay.
I saw this on Twitter or Facebook or something. But what, in your opinion, in all of professional sports, is the hardest thing to do? Personally, I think it's hitting a baseball. And it's a tough question.
In terms of just any sports feat, I'd say hitting a baseball.
Right.
But in terms of like a specific, tackling Derrick Henry. Or getting away from Aaron Donald.
That's fair. That's fair. It's very valid.
But yeah, hitting 95 is something that like the top 0.5% of the planet can do.
Right. And a lot of these guys who bat 300.
I'm trying to think. Throughout the course of my baseball career, the hardest pitch I ever made contact with was like 88.
And even that's
And
tough.
that was an accident.
That's in high school.
That was an accident. I like check swinged and like oopsed it back to the mound.
So, yeah. But, Bella, you're our guest
What do you
now.
wanna talk about?
What would you
Welcome
like
back.
to
Oh my
discuss?
God.
Welcome back, by the way.
Welcome back. Yes. Okay. I don't know what to talk about.
Well,
What's on your mind?
What's on my mind?
It has to
I
be
have
FCC.
rocks for brains. So.
Rocks for brains.
Rocks
Let's
for
talk
brains.
about rocks.
Oh my God. Never.
I'm taking a geology class. I
Oh,
do not want to.
no.
I
We're
do not want to
stopping.
talk about rocks.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
the lady we're having a meeting with on Friday, the CEO of Ray Ray, is like the president of like the Geology Association or whatever.
Yes.
So you can bring your rock talk to that.
Oh my God.
No, I will not do that. We will be talking this very exciting possible new show
Uh-huh.
that we are
It's gonna
bringing
be
to
fire. I talked to their
WWSU.
CFO today. He's in one of my classes, and we're very hyped about it.
So it's going to be awesome. And that's going to be a live show, live sports show from Ray Ray Cafe every Monday morning from 8 to 10.
What do you
I will not release more details than that.
What are you most excited about for fall this semester, like here at WWSU? What's the most exciting thing for you?
I think the most exciting thing is probably just getting all the new faces that we're getting so
Right,
far.
yeah.
I know we have so many that are coming in.
How dang good is that true crime podcast going to be?
It's
Oh,
going to
yeah,
be
I'm
great.
Oh
excited.
my goodness!
I really want to do that show with Christian about just complaining about stuff on campus. I think that
We
I would
definitely
tune
want to
in.
do that.
I would
yeah.
join you guys some weeks
but
too.
I want
Absolutely.
to talk about the hanger. I
Oh,
and now have the
I could
biggest
rant about the
hatred.
hanger.
It's now disgusting. Like I look at it and I'm like, ooh,
Union Market is 10 times better than the hanger will ever be.
It's
Correct.
very true. It's
Correct.
very true.
Union Market's elevated their game. Their food selection now is kind of pretty good.
it is good. Have you guys had the Chinese restaurant yet?
No.
Oh, jeez. It is so good. That egg roll.
We're gonna be tight-roping a line of stuff we can and cannot say for the next 40 minutes.
That's okay.
Oh my God! Wait, you can't say that.
No, you can't.
No,
You're
you
fine.
can.
Oh,
I'm just saying, we're getting close to the line.
There's a big red button next to me in case
Yeah,
you do say
we'll be
something
all right.
that's
Yeah,
not
like a-
good.
like the bruh buzzer or something.
No, it's
You
not
should
a
get
bruh
You
buzzer.
should get one of those.
It's called a dump button.
Oh, I think
We need a cooler name for it.
Do you have a bruh buzzer?
I think you guys.
Do you
should get
have
one.
an eye buzzer?
Oh
No.
my God!
You did not.
You guys should get one of those for each other for.
We need to
Christmas.
put one on our soundboard we have right here.
Well, so an idea we had over the weekend that I want to do in the studio is we got a poster at the volleyball match and we got all the players to sign it.
Yeah.
And I want to get a poster for every sports team on campus, get them all to sign it, and then hang them along the wall.
Oh, that's cute.
Isn't it?
I think that you should get one of me and let me sign it.
we,
I'm down.
I mean, we can.
Send me a headshot.
We can,
Got it.
we can. I mean, we signed a bunch of autographs at Fall Fest.
We did.
So we can even former staff members or DJs can sign their like a headshot or something.
Absolutely.
and
We
put
need
it
like a
in here.
wall of fame and have like alumni sign it.
Yeah, exactly. So we get lots
Stacy
of
needs to be the first person to
Stacy,
sign it.
Justin Kinner,
Oh, goodness.
Kev Nash needs to.
Kev can be allowed back.
So-
I'll have to think about Justin.
I think that you guys need to do something for my birthday,
What do you have in mind?
When's your birthday?
September 28th.
Okay.
That's coming up.
That
we
is
can
coming up.
we
It's
can
very
certainly
soon.
do that.
I'll be 19.
Wow.
You're not 19 yet.
No, I'm 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
I remember when who was it? Was it Scotty when he started here? Was like barely 18. Like I've known Scotty for like 2 full years, and he just turned 20.
Oh my!
Yeah,
What a guy.
what a guy. We don't have enough time in today's show to talk about why Scotty is Scotty.
no, not
But
at all.
all you need to know is he's getting his window fixed today because somebody threw a bottle through it, and that's all you need to know about Scotty
Anna
Kramer.
and I were cracking up looking at that photo. It's so funny.
Why is it funny? The man got his window smashed.
Okay, it's not funny for him, but
Oh, that's not
Oh.
nice.
it's not funny.
It's
for
funny
him.
if you're not involved.
It is. It is. It's like anything possible. It's not funny if you're not involved. Like if you see someone fall, you can't help but giggle.
That's fair. I have laughed at people fall.
That's
Yeah.
true.
See?
Yeah, I
Valid
remember.
point.
Who was it? I was hanging out with somebody, I forget, and they like slipped going down a hill, and I just fell, like hurt my stomach laughing for like 5 minutes.
So we have 2 other guests in this studio here today.
We do.
They can be seen behind Shay on
Do
our
they wanna come
camera
on?
there.
They should come on.
What do one of you want to come on? There's a mic right there. You're more than welcome to hop on with us for a few minutes as we say hello.
We can
to
talk
some,
about anything you want to
some
talk
students
about.
outside.
Look at our fan base.
Anna
buddy.
Jones.
The new Mrs. Anna Jones.
The new
Anna Jones.
congratulations to Anna as she rolls her eyes at us and doesn't want us to talk
That's pretty
about it.
That's pretty typical
Yeah,
for her.
that is Anna Jones right there.
Say hi,
See?
Anna.
Anna
Please
Jones.
wave because
Wave
you
to the
are on
YouTube feed.
camera. Hello. But we
Congratulations.
say hello to Randy who joins us now.
Hi, Randy.
How are you?
Let me move this tissue
For
box
customer
section to
service
actually kind of
voice.
see you.
Well,
We're great.
we can't hear you very well. You need to good talking to that mic. There you go.
That's better.
But yeah, there's so much going on here on campus. Well, I mean, died down a little bit since we haven't been in the union, but there's still lots of events. We have a really fun Halloween bash coming up that's being planned by UAB.
Yeah.
So
And us.
and us.
And she said, "Let me plug."
Let me plug. Oh yeah, free plugs for anyone who comes on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, please.
you want to plug Kata, you
feel
got to
free
come on.
Feel free to plug your org or whatever it is you're a part of.
You got a plug?
So
She's got to come on if she wants to plug.
Yeah.
You can't recite her plug.
Oh, I won't recite her plug.
So I guess Anna has no plugs. Okay.
plug.
Well, since we are talking about plugs, I will plug my show.
Oh my lord! You've already done it.
The perspective.
The Perspective
By
will be
Parker
back
Testa.
this Friday, 2 to 3 o'clock, with special guest Pat Boylan of the Indiana Pacers will join us. Had a great conversation with him, talking a few different topics. So a really exciting interview coming back. We have
I don't mind
lots
this.
of fun ones. So
I don't mind the shameless plug, but you've done it twice in 25 minutes.
you can never have enough. Actually, it's been 28 minutes. So just so you're aware. So
I'm pretty sure we started at like 1:03, so it's been 25.
name a better combination than us and being late to
I was
air.
eating chicken.
I think a better combination is definitely me and Randy.
That's fair.
I think that.
Name a better combination than Patrick Schmalstick and knowing stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's very fair. So, lots of if we're a half hour in and we're running out of things to talk
Does
about.
everyone at this table drink coffee?
Yeah.
What's your go-to? How do you make your coffee?
Skinny caramel macchiato
Oh
from
my!
Starbucks. And it has to be skinny.
So what makes it skinny?
So I hate
Non-fat milk and sugar-free vanilla syrup.
to be the bearer.
Skinny. So skinny. Run me through it again. Skinny caramel macchiato.
Skinny iced caramel macchiato.
Iced caramel macchiato.
I hate to be the bearer.
I do like caramel macchiato.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't think Randy's mic is working.
Oh no. We have had issues.
There is no sound coming through that one, so we'll have to get Pat on that. But if you want to still be on our still, feel free to hop in here either on this one or
I can
the
get
other
up
one.
for a few minutes.
So
Do you want me to
that's
get up for a
very
few minutes?
disappointing.
Just tell me and I'll tell.
So okay. But
What's your go-to coffee order, Randy?
I go to Starbucks, and today I got a iced chai tea latte with pumpkin foam.
Oh my!
Iced chai
That's
tea latte with pumpkin
a
foam.
mouthful.
That
You know
is
what my
a-
coffee is?
Black.
Black with sugar.
Are you kidding?
Not
Are you
joking.
like 77?
Yes. Yes. Yes, I am.
Oh my God. My mom talks about you every time I go home.
Are you serious?
Oh no!
Every single time. She's like, so I just broke up with my boyfriend, okay? And she was like, how's Parker doing? And I'm like, Mom.
How's Parker
I'm
doing?
like, Mom.
You're going through the breakup, and she asked how Parker's doing.
She does not care about me. She's like, how is Parker doing? And she's like, he is just a little cutie.
That's
She
funny.
asked to see a picture of you the other day.
Is everyone in this room in agreement that long hair Parker is better than short hair Parker?
Correct.
Okay, let's see.
Oh man, that's what I've been told.
Short hair Parker looks like he's 11, and like the little cousin that's
True.
trying to hang out at the big kids table.
That's true. That's
I-
very true.
I
Long
prefer
hair
your brother.
Parker looks like he's
Your
like
brother
16.
cracks me up. And at least he would write me a letter.
Once we get off the air, I will write you a letter if it means that much
Shade.
to you.
Shade.
Okay, fine. I will. I'll set a reminder right now to write you a letter.
He
You
won't.
wrote Coach P on my letter.
I gave you 2 letters.
Which-
I gave you 2 letters.
To the coach of the year
What did I get?
Absolutely.
Yeah, coach of the year.
Coach of the year.
in his fantasy league. maybe?
Yours truly.
Coach P.
Coach of the year. So
Self-given that award, by the way.
it still counts.
No, it really doesn't. That's the
so-
definition of it doesn't count.
I'm going to start giving myself an award and be like, guys, look what I just got.
Right. I could literally name myself GM of the year, and by your logic, it counts.
Absolutely. You've named yourself GOAT of WWSU anyway.
Well, that's because it's true.
There's no
Did
difference.
you? Yeah. Well,
I
mean,
was coach of the year
I didn't give myself
at
an
Noblesville
award.
Youth Baseball.
I didn't give myself an award. It's just a
Granted-
statement that's accurate.
Granted, I had a fantastic counterpart in Brian Van Buskirk, 50-year-old former high school principal. Fantastic guy. Brett brought a lot of energy.
You and Joe Craven need to coach a softball team in the drunk softball league.
Joe is a heck of a guy.
He is top tier guy.
So that is, yes. So
And then me and Nick Phillips coach the arch rival team.
Justin Kinner starts at designated hitter.
No, Kenner's my catcher. No,
You guys
he's
know who these people are?
he's shortstop.
Justin plays shortstop.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Doesn't he look like a shortstop?
Sure?
Yes.
Oh, I'll go by myself.
Yes, he does.
I guess I'm coaching by myself now since Anna Jones does not want to do it.
Anna wants to play.
There you
You
go.
want to play?
Anna's gonna be the star.
I'll be like-
MVP of the league.
I'll be like Pete Rose and be a player coach.
That was not good.
You didn't have to do that to me. Man.
Parker, you might hit like 081.
That's it. That 081 is going to be the best moment of my life, though.
Is that basketball?
As soon as you finally get a hit, you're gonna finally hit a base hit up the middle, a dribbler, and you're gonna be like, gone forever.
Absolutely.
We got Babe Ruth in the background.
Babe Ruth in the background.
So we appreciate you hanging out with us on the WWSU
We're only
Is
halfway
Back
through this.
hour. We're halfway through.
And if you
but-
check the description of the show, very simple. WWSU back.
Yes. Our YouTube description says we have multiple guests joining us, but if you are on our website, it says WWSU back. Very
That's all you need to
simple.
know,
But we're having a lot of fun here today.
I think.
I mean, I am. I don't really care if you guys are or not, but I am.
Jeez.
But
I'm having fun.
yeah. So we are
You want to do a tier list while we're here?
of what?
I don't know. what's the tier list you want to do?
WWSU staff members.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's a bad idea.
That's a
It's
horrible
gonna do
idea.
Bella.
That's a horrible.
Half of them are here.
I know we've done it in between us.
Or we've done it in between us.
in between.
We're
you
not
know,
doing it with people in the room.
at the
Are you kidding me?
the before and
Anna,
after.
they've definitely talked smack about both
You're
of us.
an
the,
S tier.
The before.
Anna literally got here last week. I haven't had time to talk
the,
smack
no,
about her
the
yet.
before and after segments of Testa and Neal Keep It Real were elite this summer, which we can't release.
No,
But
it's a really bad idea to release any of that to the public.
oh man, but what kind of tier list do y'all want to do?
Joe Burrow pictures on his Instagram. They're all in
He
S
is
tier.
so-
They're all in S tier.
Well, that makes it an easy tier list.
Let's
We're
just-
done already.
Bella, let's just look at them and appreciate them all.
Oh yeah. I mean, if the man ever came in here, I would literally push you guys out of the way. and
Should
be
we
like,
get Joe
"Oh my
Burrow in here for an
God."
episode of On the Horizon?
Yeah.
You would lose your mind.
Yeah.
Let's be fair.
And so would you.
Are you
Okay.
kidding me? Are you kidding? Like, are you kidding?
Are you kidding? Like,
Have you guys seen a
are you
finer
serious right now?
Man? Have you guys seen a finer man in your life?
Parker, how can
I
you,
mean,
My mom would think
you
that.
you have.
like how can you not just
I have.
how can you not
I mean,
just
people have.
how can you not just like be mesmerized by this?
I think.
Look at this.
I know he's just so fine. Like,
He's
I don't
perfect.
understand it,
And he's
but
really good at football.
I think I've definitely seen finer people, but he's the finest in the NFL.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Oh yeah. I've got a Burrow jersey coming today.
And you didn't get me one?
No.
That's fine.
It-
No, it's really fine.
It's quite a bit of money.
I disagree with the most good-looking man in the entire NFL.
You going hot rod?
I am.
Uh
Are
huh.
you kidding?
I am. He's a beautiful individual.
He's not.
He's not, but I think he
You want to
is.
see the guy Parker saying is the best
He is
looking dude
gorgeous.
in the NFL?
He's the only
Yeah.
NFL player who wears glasses,
Hang on.
and he is
We're allowed to be blind.
probably weighs 120 pounds and builds Legos at home.
This is who Parker's vote is for the most attractive guy in the NFL.
Are you lying to me?
Yes, I am
Okay.
lying to you.
I think
You
you
wanna
guys
see?
would look really, really good together.
This is Parker's
Thank
vote.
you. Thank you.
Doesn't he look like Parker?
I do not look like him.
A loser.
All right.
Aw.
But
Listen, I will get Krista Skank on here right now, and she'll be like, Parker,
No.
oh my God, you are so sweet. Ah! Like, she will literally do that to you.
He's okay.
If
I
you need
just
a hype
received
man,
I
call
just
my mom.
received a
He's the-
text from Anna back there
Oh god.
for us to talk about Met Gala fits.
What?
Dixie D'Amelio? Did you see her?
I don't know what that means.
Did you see
didn't see that.
Ciara wore Russell Wilson's jersey to the Met Gala?
That was cute.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, I was really
Parker,
excited.
I
She
am
looked like the
completely
grocery
out of
store.
touch with everything to do with this topic. Kyle back there, as we say,
Go!
I love Kyle. Yes!
Oh my God.
Kyle, the goat of the red team and take flight.
That's the legend right there.
Kyle, what are you doing?
Does he want to come on with us?
Yeah, Kyle,
You want to come on?
Kyle's my hero. Kyle's my hero. This is great. This ended up being elite. So yeah, I'm supposed to stall, I guess, while Parker comes in here.
Well, did you even look at the Met Gala looks?
No,
Dixie D'Amelio.
I saw like 4 people.
He can join me because I have an exam today.
Oh, you about to leave?
Yeah.
Well, Bella, thank you so much for being on.
Of course. Please talk about how.
Absolutely.
I am.
Absolutely. And hey, if you're listening to this and you have any questions regarding music or want to get involved in the music department, this is your lady.
Yes.
I make pretty good playlists. What can I say?
You
She
do.
does.
Top tier.
If you all were at Fall Fest or first
You know.
weekend, you know it was Bella's playlist. So Bella, thank you for your time.
Kyle,
So
step
we're
into
gonna-
my office.
We're gonna welcome in Kyle, the
Legend.
the unanimous goat of the red team at Take Flight.
Yeah, it's been voted.
He said he was listening in the car on the way over here.
Oh my lord.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That is top
I heard
tier.
you say Joe Burrow was fine and talk about your
He is.
ungodly coffee order at Starbucks.
Skinny. Hang on, I got this. Skinny iced caramel macchiato.
Oh my lord.
I'm not gonna remember pumpkin. Foam.
So
I'm
Kyle,
sorry.
since you're here now, how do you take your coffee?
I don't. I'm a water boy.
Really?
A water
No
boy.
coffee?
Bobby Boucher.
When
Let's
I do,
go.
But when I do, actually, when I do drink it, it's kind of like off and on. Sometimes I get a lot of sugar and cream. Other times I'll take it black. And then
Huh.
sometimes,
Interesting.
depending
It's
on
very
the place,
rare that
it's
somebody can go both ends of the spectrum.
Right. See, the way I'm wired, I don't like it with too much sugar.
That's fair.
I'm
I do creamer over sugar any day.
right. I mean, I'll do a little bit of sugar, but if it's too much, it ruins it. But yeah, so Kyle joins us here. And
Goodbye.
he
Thank you for
is
coming by.
Legendary.
Yes. Thank you for having
See
me.
you later, everybody. Appreciate you joining us.
We're
Yes,
live
we're
on
live
YouTube
on
right
YouTube,
now.
and they can see you guys leaving. It's up here. Well, I'll try to pull it up here for you.
This is beautiful.
So this is
there's a camera on us.
You've been live the
me
whole
and
time.
Shay.
Okay.
There's no camera on you right
I was
now.
about to say. I mean, I've got the face for radio, not live.
So do
My
we.
father said the same
So
thing.
do we. So it's okay.
You're wearing a mask. I can't tell.
Face for radio. Is
Nah,
a good
you're
thing,
you're
though.
fine. You look great.
Yeah, a face for radio's a bad thing. Just so you know.
God, never have anybody else see the light of day of that video.
But
See ya.
see you later. Thank you. But
This is great.
this is so much fun.
This is
I'm
not
so
quite-
excited that we decided.
This
to do
isn't
this.
as quite as good as the live commentary at the boat ramp, but it's close.
No way. But we just literally decided to do this an hour before we went on.
Yeah.
But
we didn't know what we were going to talk about until about 10 minutes after we went on.
so we're 40 minutes in and we're having a blast.
Yeah.
So Kyle, since you're our guest, do you have anything that you want to touch on here for a little while?
You guys hit baseball yet?
Not really.
No, we have not talked about baseball.
No.
What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about how great Otani is?
No,
Tani
I
is
get
a
enough
beast.
of that at home. It's just like
Okay, that's fair.
I don't think he can keep it up though.
Really?
Really, he's slowed down since the All-Star.
Over multiple years, I could see that. Nice cough.
I was courteous enough to turn.
Now,
off the mic.
Kyle, I think you told me, but I got to remember correctly. You're a Yankees fan, right?
Yes.
Do you think your
Oh.
Yankees get to the playoffs?
Honestly, the way
Toronto's playing really well right now.
the way they've been playing, they're going to fumble the bag. So
So are the
hard.
Reds.
See, I
The
respect.
Reds are the same
See,
way.
I respect that you're a realist because some people are like, "Oh, we're great. We're gonna be the best team. We're gonna make the playoffs."
My concern with the Yankees is they're so hot and cold. Even if they do get in, I don't see them getting past the Rays or the Astros.
no,
Yeah. It's
no, both those
very
teams are
unfortunate.
incredibly consistent.
Right. And Chicago, I was really high on Chicago up until like July, but even Chicago's taken a step back since the All-Star break. I really think it's the Rays' league to lose. The Rays have just been so good all year.
Yeah.
They have. And okay, what's your opinion on Aaron Boone?
Aaron Boone. Under Papa Steinbrenner, he would have been gone a long time ago.
Yes, he
That's
would have.
fair. Yes, he would.
He would have. But I think with Hal leading the charge, they're gonna stick by him.
Yeah. I think Aaron Boone and David Bell are very, very similar in the fact that their players love them, love playing for them, but they're almost too analytic. They rely on the computer numbers too much, and it bites them in the butt in September when they're fighting for a playoff spot.
See, personally, I mean, you know me. I'm more of an old school strategy, old school baseball
And you're
type
not even
guy.
the biggest Dave Roberts guy.
No, I'm not. And
You think he's like slightly above average.
he's slightly above average. I mean, some of the decisions he makes with his bullpen,
If you could have any manager in the league, who would you take?
Bob Melvin.
Melvin?
Yes.
Over Francona.
Well, Francona's not managing anymore.
That's fair.
And I really like Francona. Tito's fantastic, but I'd take Bob Melvin.
If I could have anyone manage the Reds, who would I want it to be? I'm torn between Kevin Cash because I think the Reds could be very similarly built to the Rays organization in terms of the budget and how they develop players. So I think
Small
Kevin Cash
market.
would be a great
Yeah.
fit. But I also really like Alex Cora.
I like Cora too.
And I know he's tied up in that scandal, but you have to admit he's a really good manager.
And I know Kyle is disappointed because he's the Red Sox manager, but
Yeah, but I mean, this Red Sox team was supposed to be average at best and probably a losing record. And they're most likely going to make the playoffs. And you got to give a lot of credit to Cora for that. Because that pitching staff is not very good. They should not be winning 90 games.
no.
You don't have to give him credit. I mean, you could easily just take it away.
You don't have to give them credit.
I'm too much of a purist. They ruined the integrity of the game. Hinch and Cora.
That's fair.
I'm not so. I won't go as far as say like side with like Johnny Bench on like the Pete Rose situation.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you're doing that stuff with the games in game,
That's fair.
I can't stand by
I-
you on that.
I think I've forgiven Cora more than I've forgiven Hinch.
So have I. Yeah.
But I still understand that that's a dark cloud that's going to loom over him for a long time,
Yeah.
honestly. And, yeah, I don't know. I mean, and honestly, Hinch has done pretty good this year too with the Tigers.
No kidding. No kidding.
As much as you can be with the Tigers.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, I was going to say, they're still not great, but they're a lot better than you thought they'd be.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, personally, let's do our top 3 managers that we would want. So mine first is Bob Melvin.
Okay.
Number 2 would probably be, even though he's older, I love Dusty Baker.
Dusty's
I love
great.
Dusty Baker a lot.
Dusty's really good.
And
I honestly really hope that, this would be weird. This is weird because this would involve me hoping that the Astros win, but I really want to see Dusty get to a World Series.
I do too. Not for the Astros, but for Dusty.
Mm-hmm.
For me, number 3 is tough. I really like Joe Madden a lot, but I'm not going to take him because he's inconsistent.
We'll see if you think of the same third guy as me. I just came up with it.
Oh, man, it's tough, honestly. I'd probably say Mattingly.
Okay.
I really like Don Mattingly.
I'm going to go with number 1, Kevin Cash.
Okay.
Number 2, Craig Counsell. Number 3, Alex Cora.
Cora's
Counsell.
I like Counsell a lot, too.
Counsell gets on my nerves because he's really good at his job, and the Brewers don't lose a lot.
No. Kyle, you have an opinion on this?
I don't know if I could pick like just 3, but like I know Aaron Boone would be in there. Not necessarily for
You
this
like
year.
Boone, okay.
It's more so like he managed to put winning teams together in his first 2 years with injuries totally decimating them.
Yeah.
It's fair. And one thing
that I give Boone a lot of credit for, maybe we're on the same page with this, is the star power on the Yankees with Gary Sanchez, Aaron Judge, Garrett Cole, Giancarlo Stanton, Gleyber Torres. He manages a lot of egos.
Right.
And nobody ever gets upset playing under Aaron.
And that's something that I was going to say. Another thing is he's incredibly passionate about what he does, and that's something
You
that
can tell
I
he
really
loves the Yankees
respect.
organization.
I love watching his ejections on YouTube because they're hilarious.
His and David Bell's. They get
David Bell. David Bell,
fire.
after he got ejected, came back onto the field to tackle Clint Hurdle.
Yes, exactly.
I love David
It's
Bell
so
getting
great.
They have a
ejected.
certain fire about them. Like they're still playing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like they want to go out there.
David Bell honestly probably feels like he's a player on the Reds.
Right. And
That's probably how he approaches every day.
Exactly. And another guy that I like a lot in baseball that I've learned to not like, but I'm starting to like him more and more is in Philadelphia, Joe Girardi.
Yeah.
I'm a big Girardi guy because when he screamed at the umpire and put his hoodie on home plate, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
Lloyd McClendon throwing first base is iconic.
A guy I need to see a little bit more of before I can say that I'd want him managing my team. But a guy that I thought was a poor manager that's had a really good year, Gabe Kapler.
Absolutely.
I need to see another year of Gabe Kapler, like having a playoff caliber team.
But
Kapler went from like a D tier manager to me to instantly up to B tier this year.
There's 2 guys in the NL West not named Dave Roberts, Torey Lavillo, or Bud Black. That's Jace Tingler and Gabe Kapler.
Yeah.
They're 2 guys I really respect and I really like. In that
Tingler's
division.
had a tough year with all the injuries and all the inconsistency, but Kapler's had one heck of a year. That Giants team is good, but you should not look at that roster and say best team in baseball. So a lot of that goes to Kapler.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I know he drew the Giants drew a lot of criticism.
Kapler could totally still play in the league, by the way.
The dude's
jacked.
Absolutely yoked.
Yeah. I mean, he's in better shape than a lot of the players on the Giants.
Exactly. Not named Pablo Sandoval.
Oh.
I know he's not there anymore, but
No, like I'm trying to think of guys on the
Bless the
Giants
panda.
bless the panda.
who are guys on the Giants that might be in better shape than Kapler. Lamont Wade, maybe. Yastrzemski,
Cueto.
probably.
Maybe Posey.
Posey's got old knees, though.
That's true.
Yastrzemski, I'd say. Maybe Gosman. I don't know.
It's
Cueto's a little chunky now, too.
a handful.
Kapler's honestly, I was going to say Kapler's probably in their 5 most in shape dudes on that in that organization.
Right. Yeah.
And
And
it's crazy to think, like, the Giants were drawing criticism when they first hired him. Because, like,
I was criticizing him too. I'm like,
So
Kapler was
I.
terrible in Philly. Why'd you
Right.
bring him in?
he literally just got canned, and just a couple months later, it's like, oh, here,
Right.
take our team.
You could have had all of these really talented bench coaches, given them an opportunity, and you went with Kapler, but they knew what they were doing. Farhan knew what he was doing.
plenty of options as far as great bench coaches. Bob Guerin with the Dodgers is fantastic. There's plenty of guys in this league that are more than capable of managing, but they hit a home run with Kapler.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, it just goes to show that one of the best executives in all of baseball, Farhan Zaidi.
Dodgers guy who came over.
Went to the
from
Giants, went
Dodgers
to the dark
after
side.
after Friedman came in as their president of
You
baseball
plucked
ops.
Friedman away from the Rays.
Yeah, but
You
the
took-
Rays are just fine.
Well, I was going to say,
Relax.
you took the greatest thing that had ever happened to the Rays and just paid him a lot of money.
They lost their manager and they lost their president of baseball ops within
year.
like a few years.
A few days. I
Yeah.
think it was the same offseason.
And lose Joe Madden and
But then they
Friedman.
replaced him with Kevin Cash, and yeah.
So I mean,
I don't know
the
who-
Rays are fine.
I don't know who the Rays GM is, but I know like their scouting department's ridiculous.
I know he's winning at life.
That's what I said for the Reds. I'm like, Nick Krall, year one, I'm not impressed with him as GM. If we get rid of him, just hire Rays front office executive. Insert anyone, basically. Scout, player development coach. Just get somebody from the Rays front office.
Right? But yeah, I don't know. I mean, baseball is a weird situation right now. The wild card race is tighter than it's ever been.
Nobody wants the NL wild card.
Especially in the American League. The American League
The
is
Padres and Reds keep losing. The Cardinals actually just took the wild card spot.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's basically
And that's a
just-
Reds fan's worst nightmare. Not only are we choking, but we're choking and letting the Cardinals take the spot.
the NL is basically just a battle in the West. I think that's what it's going to come down to.
It's what it is. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna ask you, you fellas. We sit here in mid-September. Your predictions right now for the World Series.
Ooh.
Who are in it and who wins?
The World Series or the Conference Series?
We can do both. I don't care. So my NLCS is going to be. It can't be Dodgers Giants because the Dodgers would play the Giants after the wild card game, or the Giants would play the Dodgers after the wild card game.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with Brewers, Dodgers,
Okay. Who wins?
and
It's tough.
you're not gonna like this. Brewers in 7,
Wow. Okay. I can understand it, but I
and then I'm
get
gonna
it.
go with the Rays beat the Astros in 6 in the AL. I think the Brewers win the World Series this year.
Wow.
Brewers in 6.
Wow.
I don't see, as a guy that's played the Brewers a lot this year, or has watched the Reds play the Brewers a lot this year, I just don't see how you get through
Burns,
Woodruff, Peralta, Devin Williams, Hader. And then you also have to deal with Yelich, who's played a lot better the last couple weeks. You have to deal with Willie Adames, Luis Urias, Avi Garcia, Omar Narvaez, Lorenzo Cain, Daniel Vogelback. Like, team's disgusting.
It is.
And they don't lose a lot. And honestly, Council's one of the best managers in the league. I think they get it done this year.
So here's mine. AL. I have Astros, Rays.
Okay.
NL is going to be Giants.
Brewers. It would be Brewers and Braves, wouldn't it? Yeah.
It's going to be Giants and I'm going to say Giants, Brewers. Giants win the pennant.
Okay.
And in the AL, I think the Rays make the World Series again. I do. And
They just have so much depth.
they do. And depth wins out here. Rays win this World Series.
All right, Kyle, what are your picks? Gosh. You say Yankees, Dodgers, I'm going to cry.
No. I would. The fan in me would love to see that, but I can see with my eyes that won't happen. Yeah. NL, I would say Dodgers and Braves.
Okay.
Dodgers in 6 or 7. I feel like they got better starting pitching.
Yeah. Morton coming back has been huge for Atlanta, but LA's got 4 good starters, and
Yeah.
Atlanta's got like 2.
Yeah. If Atlanta was at full strength, if they had Soroka, if they could have brought back Hamels and he not gotten hurt, like Hamels just
If you don't lose Acuna either.
Oh yeah.
If Acuna was
most
playing, the
definitely.
Braves would have ran away with the East.
Because now they've just got replacement players out there in the outfield and Duvall.
Solaire's been a nice surprise.
He
Solaire's
has,
been really good in
yeah.
Atlanta. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think that I really like that Atlanta team, and I love Brian Snitker. I just don't know if guys like Duvall, Dansby Swanson, and Jorge Soler hit Burns and Woodruff. I don't know.
They've been on this year. They've really kicked
Burns
it
is
up.
going to win. Burns and Scherzer for the Cy Young, it's a coin flip. It's
Yeah.
a coin flip.
Yeah.
Like, Burns has been dominant, just through 8 no-hit innings his last start, but Scherzer's given up like 2 runs since like July.
So Kyle,
I don't know.
Kyle has Dodgers in 6 and 7, 6 or 7 in the NL. What's your AL picks?
AL would probably be Boston and Houston.
Boston.
Wow.
He's going Boston over the Rays.
Red Sox are looking rough right now, but I like the pick.
I'll tell you, a guy on the Red Sox that I did not think would have the kind of impact that he's had this year, Hunter Renfroe. What a year. What a year it's been for Hunter Renfroe.
Yeah, dude's been electric.
Cannon for an arm, one of the best outfielders in baseball defensively. Ton of power, and he's finally learned how to hit 270, 280. And with that power, I mean, that's an all-star caliber player.
So you said Boston and who in this AL?
Houston.
Houston and who wins?
Houston in 6.
Okay. And who wins the series?
Rematch of 17. I would say
Dodgers get him back.
Dodgers get him back.
I
in
like it.
7.
Yes.
I think Houston will take him to 7.
Well, you know who they'd pitch in Game 7, right?
Sure.
Mad Max.
Yeah, I mean, it's no doubt.
Yeah, they'd have to.
Sure.
Mr. Multicolored Eyes himself.
That's fantastic.
Have you seen the building in Washington they had of him?
It's so bad. It's so scary. I remember the night. Do you remember the night where he was bunting and he bunted a foul ball off his face, and then he pitched that night with 2 black eyes, and it just looked terrifying. It looked straight out of a horror movie.
You can't. I mean, they sure as hell ain't gonna pitch Kershaw again because we know how went.
No,
that
what
went
they
the
would do
last
is
time.
they'd have Scherzer pitch Game 7, and they'd have Bueller and Arias out of the bullpen.
Right. Because Urias came in the 9th and won them the series last year.
Yeah, Arias
So-
is a guy that you could easily put into the bullpen and have him pitch 3 or 4 innings in relief in like a week.
So you have,
And then Bueller's got insane stuff. Bueller
he-
could give you 2 innings.
and reminder, you have Gratterall there who can throw 102
He just doesn't know where it's going sometimes.
exactly.
Bruisdar. You have Trinan, who's gross.
Trinan's great.
Kenley,
Kenley's-
most of the time, is really good.
Yeah.
So Kenley has his moments where he's up and down. This year he's been great.
Well, I was going to say, it's like Kenley's kind of like the Russian roulette of the Dodgers bullpen, where you pitch Kenley Jansen 10 times, 8 times he's unhittable, but 2 times you're sweating.
Right. And that's the thing where Kenley's very streaky to where he'll have a week or 2 weeks where he's really on, and then he'll go cold for 3 or 4 games, and you don't know what the hell happened. But when that comes back and when he's on, he's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So there's our World Series picks.
Kyle's going Dodgers. I'm going Brewers. You're going Giants.
Rays.
Rays. You have the Rays beating the Giants.
Yes.
Okay. In how many? 6 or 7?
I'll say it's tough because the Rays are incredibly deep. But I can't even explain the Giants.
The Giants are just good.
Yeah, there's no other way to put it. I'll take them in 7, give them a heck of a series. But yeah, I think Rays in 7 over San Francisco.
Okay. I like it. Who
So-
gets that second wild card spot in the NL?
Oh man,
Reds, Cardinals, Pirates, or I'm sorry, not Pirates.
Pirates.
Reds,
All right.
Cardinals, Padres, or Mets. Those are really the 4 teams that are fighting for it.
it's between Reds and Cardinals.
Yeah. It really pains me to say. The Reds have such an easier schedule down the stretch, but the way they're playing right now, I'm going to go St. Louis.
I really think this schedule plays in the Reds' favor, and I think the Reds squeak in there.
Reds got to win against the Pirates the next 2 nights because you can't count on winning 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers.
No, and we'll be at that game on Saturday,
It's
but
supposed to be Scherzer versus Gray.
be a great matchup. But Scherzer just got his 3,000th career K last weekend, so that's fantastic for
You a
him.
Scherzer guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know many people that don't like Mad Max.
I don't
Max
know how you
Scherzer's
can.
awesome.
How do you not?
Max Scherzer's awesome.
His 2 different colored eyes are
And
fantastic.
he's one heck of a pitcher.
Yeah.
And he's just a bulldog, man. Every time he pitches, he goes 7-8 innings. He's dominant. He's really, really good. All right, we're going to end the show with a little bit something unconventional. Your 3 favorite pitchers in the league and your 3 favorite hitters in the league.
Okay.
So I'll go first because it's my idea. Votto. Of course. Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like I feel like I have a right to that.
We know.
Votto. Rafi Devers.
Okay.
And Ketel Marte.
Wow. That's unexpected.
I like lefties.
So we're going to go around the table with hitters first and
Sure.
then pitchers?
Let's do that.
Okay.
So mine were Votto, Devers, and Ketel Marte.
All right.
I love Rafi Devers.
Mine are Otani.
Oh, that's good. I should have said Otani.
Really like Devers also. Devers is going to be
Devers
in
is
there.
such a pretty swing. He's like 24 years old.
I know.
He's gonna win like 2 MVPs.
I know. Last one for me is tough.
Dodgers boy, Bellinger when he's on his game.
Oh,
Bellinger sucks.
this
I'm not.
year.
I'm
I
not
was gonna say Bellinger last year, maybe.
Bellinger sucks right now. I'm not going Bellinger.
Justin
He has
Turner?
a fantastic swing. I love Bellinger's swing, but he can't hit the ball.
Justin Turner.
I like Turner
Corey
too.
Seager.
I'm gonna go away from the Dodgers. I think. Pete Alonso.
Okay.
I really like Alonso's, matchup. I mean, the dude hits moonshots, and so
Another guy that I really like, and now that he's not in the NL Central, I can like him a lot more. But when he's on his game, Chris Bryant's got such a pretty.
He does. So again, my 3 are Ohtani, Devers, and Pete Alonso.
Well, for me, I gotta go Judge. Gotta go New York.
Judge has a
That's
beautiful
fair.
swing.
Yeah, very
and
fair.
Stanton, when he's on his game, has a gorgeous swing too.
Stanton, when he hits one out, it doesn't. It
Stanton's
look like
been
he's
really
like-
good this year.
He can just smooth. It's smooth.
He looks like he's just chopping wood,
Yeah.
and he hits it
No,
400
like
feet.
zero effort. It's gone. So Judge, I'm surprised neither of you said it. I'm gonna go Vlad Jr.
Oh, that's a good
one.
Vladdy's got a pretty swing.
Yeah.
And for my third, I gotta go Yaz. It's just
Okay.
I like that.
It's just like I have so much respect, even though he was a Red Sox player, for Carl, and it was just like being from that pedigree,
Yeah.
and still having the odds against you and making it. It's just
Right.
fantastic.
It's like,
that
and
he's
when
there.
you're always referred to as the grandson of Carl Yastrzemski, there was
You've
probably a
got-
lot of pressure.
There's going to be
on
a
him.
bar.
You've
Yeah.
got a lot to live up to.
Yeah, and he's been
And-
really good.
Yeah,
He's been
despite making it up at 28,
Yeah.
Right.
he's
So,
earned his spot.
before we get to our 3 favorite pitchers, Otani or Vlad, who wins the MVP? I think it's Otani, but I mean, Vladdy's been unreal.
So for
if
me,
the Blue Jays make the playoffs, Vladdy's got a
So-
really strong case.
everybody knows that the MVP is a popularity contest, and it's going to be Ohtani. But Vlad, I mean,
Vlad might win the
if
Triple
I'm a
Crown.
voter, I'm voting for Vlad.
Vlad
Because the
might win
dude's
the-
been electric.
Vlad might win the Triple Crown at 22 years old and get the Blue Jays to the playoffs over the Yankees.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It is, and the Blue Jays haven't been to the playoffs for like 3 or 4 years
Since
now.
Donaldson's MVP year, I think.
Right. So
Remember when
pitchers.
Josh
The
Donaldson was
infamous-
winning MVPs?
Remember when he was
The
on the cover of
the
the show in
infamous
like
bat
2015?
flip.
Well, Josh Donaldson was ridiculous. And then they traded him to Cleveland and it all fell apart.
Remember when he was on the cover of the show in like 2016,
Yep.
and now he's, I think he's.
Remember
in
when
Atlanta
Puig
or
was on the
something?
cover of the
Making
show?
money in Minnesota.
Wasn't
yeah.
Is that where he
Puig
is?
wasn't Puig on the cover of the show?
Yeah, in like 2015, and then now he's out of baseball.
Well, he's
Puig's
playing
gotta
in
come back.
Mexico or
Mexico.
whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Pitchers. Shea, what's up?
Johnny Cueto,
Wow.
Chris Sale,
Okay.
Luis Castillo.
All right.
Castillo's got the best changeup in the league. Sale is 6'5", lefty with a disgusting slider. Love him. And Johnny Cueto's been my favorite since I was a kid.
Okay. So here, I'm going. Man, I'm going Sale as well.
Sale's sick.
I really like Chris Sale. Walker Buehler.
Walker Buehler's
I
really
love
fun to
Walker Buehler. Man,
watch.
I have to go.
Justin Verlander.
No.
Shohei Ohtani again.
No. I'm going to go. I got to go Brandon Woodruff. I love
Woodruff's
Brandon.
fun to watch.
Well, hang on.
You
no.
could go Burns now, too,
No,
honestly.
we're going to go. I'm going to go with a reliever here.
Hater.
I'm going to go Hater. I really
You know,
like
you know
Hader.
who I'd vote for if he was like if this was a different time period? Mariners Felix Hernandez. I watched every single Felix Hernandez start for like 4 years.
I mean, we don't have time for it, but that's another debate we could have is your favorite top 3 favorite hitters and pitchers of all time.
Mhm.
I mean, we could run over a little bit if you want to do one more
I
segment.
mean, we're not cutting into everything.
Kyle, do you have anywhere to be?
I got a meeting at 2:30.
Well,
we got
we'll be
time.
done by
Okay.
2:10.
We got
Okay.
time. Okay.
But
We
your
have
favorite
to do
your favorite pitchers. So you said Hater,
Wo-
Bueller,
Bueller and
Sale.
Sale. So
Kyle, who are your
Kyle, we're gonna let you go and then take our quick top of hour break.
okay, I'm gonna go 3 future Hall of Famers: Clayton Kershaw,
Okay,
Max Scherzer,
Okay.
Zach Greinke.
very nice.
Wow.
Very nice.
All Dodgers guys. I respect it.
And 2 of those
I know.
3 are soft tossers too.
Right.
I like it.
Okay. All right. I like it. So we're gonna take our quick top of hour break. WWSU Hour and 10 Minutes
We're back.
is back. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on WWSU 106.9.
Pass it on. This time of upheaval is causing me to look a little deeper inside myself, looking for some goodness. And this is what I've found. I'm more aware of my neighbor's well-being. I'm saying thanks to those who help keep my life as normal as possible. My mail carrier, my grocery cashier, my delivery person. I find myself caring about others instead of just looking out for myself. And oh, my goodness, does it feel good. Goodness is in you. Pass it on. From passiton.com.
Check out Rush Week 2021, presented by Alpha Sig Eta Psi here on campus. To find out more information, check out their Instagram at ALPHASIGS_WSU. You're going to love it.
If you love them enough to barely sleep, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're in the right car seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Every day, men and women from communities across this nation serve as Reserve Citizen Airmen.
I am proud to defend our nation.
Proud to be part of a team that helps make a difference.
I am proud to be part of something larger than me.
We celebrate those who have served and those who are proudly serving in the Air Force Reserve. Our mission is to fly, fight, and win in air, space, and cyberspace.
I am proud to be a member. I am proud to protect our...
Proud to serve in the U.S. Air Force Reserve.
AFReserve.com.
Have you noticed lately how empty everything is? Empty streets, empty stores, empty schools. But I'm trying to change these empty times by being full of gratitude. Gratitude means saying thanks to the garbage collector, the medical providers, and all those who are helping every day. Things may appear empty around us, but when we're filled with gratitude, nothing is completely empty inside us. Gratitude is in you. From passiton.com.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
this is Mommy's jam.
then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Social distancing slows the spread of coronavirus, so if you have a fever, dry cough, and shortness of breath, call your healthcare provider before going in. More info at coronavirus.gov. Let's all do our part, because we're all #AloneTogether. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
America, your children have an amazing superpower. That's right. They can help save lives by simply washing their hands. Just 20 seconds of thorough hand washing after they've coughed or sneezed or been outside can help fight against the dastardly spread of germs. Armed with only soap and water and hands, your superhero can protect you, your family, and everyone out there in America land. Amazing! Find out more at coronavirus.gov. A message from the CDC and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Willie Nelson. I'm listening to this radio station.
106.9 WWSU Dayton.
Back here on the WWSU Is Back hour and 10 minutes or whatever it is here.
Again, commercial break talk reigns supreme.
It does. It does. But we are back for just a few more minutes here. One more quick segment. We're going to talk about our top 3 favorite hitters and our top 3 favorite pitchers of all time. And it's really tough. It is. There's so many guys you can go over.
Okay, so I'll go first. We'll do hitters. I'm going to go. I'm a sucker for lefties, but I'm going to go 2012 Miguel Cabrera.
We have to do years?
I'm just thinking of time periods.
Oh,
I really
okay.
liked them.
All right.
I'm going to go with guys that I've seen in my lifetime. So I'm not going to pick like Ted Williams
Right,
or
yeah.
guys like that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with 2012 Miguel Cabrera. I'm going to go with 2008 Ryan Howard.
All right.
And I'm going to go with 2018 Christian Yelich.
Okay. I like it. So here's mine.
Oh, and 2010 Joey Votto. I got to throw that in.
Okay. Yeah. But I'm not going to do years because I'm not that, deeply involved with, analytics.
Well, obviously, if I said Miguel Cabrera now, you'd be like, what's wrong with you? He hits like 230 and hits nothing but base hits.
So
I'm thinking of when Miguel Cabrera was hitting 45 bombs a year.
Right.
That's
So
pretty good for the Tigers.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with
Facts.
My favorite personal favorite baseball player of all time, and David Ortiz.
Okay.
He's one of my favorites
Poppy's a good
ever,
player.
and he's my one of my favorite hitters of all time. Another one, just of how damn consistent he was, is Ichiro Suzuki.
Mm-hmm.
Loved Ichiro.
Ichiro's great.
And this last one's tough. Even though he's still playing, I mean, I love the guy, and that's Mike Trout.
Oh, okay.
So my three are Ortiz, Big Papi,
Surprised you didn't go
Ichiro,
Pujols. I thought
and
you
Mike
would've gone
Trout.
Pujols.
I really like Pujols also, but Mike Trout.
Trout's a stud. I'm not going to argue Mike Trout.
I'm going to give him the edge. Kyle, what's your three favorites?
I gotta agree with you on Ichiro.
Ichiro's a beast.
He playing at like 46, 47 years old is just a testament to his like willpower and strength.
Just athleticism.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude was almost 50 playing a sport that 25-year-olds were playing.
Yeah.
Okay. Big news. We'll talk about this right after the our pitchers thing. We're going to extend the show for just a little bit longer, but the Horizon League men's basketball schedule has been released.
Oh yes.
So we will touch on that for just a few minutes after this. But so what's your pitchers?
Did you get through all your hitters? No, he did Ichiro.
I'm sorry. Oops.
Ichiro, Derek Jeter, Mr. November.
Okay.
And that last one, I want to throw a catcher in there.
Okay. Maybe Piazza?
I don't remember Piazza too much.
Okay.
Even though
I was gonna say I'm going based off of guys that I've like remember seeing.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like I've seen snippets of like Barry Bonds, but I don't know Barry Bonds enough to throw him in.
Just off pure like stats, I'm gonna throw Pudge in there. Pudge Rodriguez.
Okay. All right. I like that.
Pudge is really. I mean, my opinion, Johnny Bench is the greatest catcher of all time.
Me too.
Oh, no,
But for me, Ivan Rodriguez is second.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Right.
I have him ahead of Yogi Berra. I obviously have him ahead of Yadi Molina. But some people think Yadi Molina is the second best catcher of all time, and they're wrong.
No.
No. For me, I think Pudge is number 2, and for 3, it's probably Yogi. And then I'd have Buster Posey over Yadi Molina, to be honest. I know Yadi's the better defensive catcher, but I think just Posey was more valuable.
I would agree. So pitchers, this one's tough.
Felix Hernandez for sure.
All right.
Mariners Felix Hernandez was just a different animal.
Right.
I want to go with Cueto, but I kind of already said that, so I'm going to pick different guys. Give me.
It is really hard.
Really
it's hard.
Give me. I was a crafty lefty during my playing days. Give me Cliff Lee.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cheat and pick a guy that I didn't really see a lot of, but I love his game. Pedro Martinez.
Yeah. I'm with you. Pedro would be one of mine too. We have a caller.
Really?
Apparently, Pat answered it, but no, he didn't. We have a caller. I'm not going to answer it because we're on the air. But
we're about to be off the air too.
So if you see
if you want to call into the show the next time, be our guest.
Absolutely.
Sorry, we can't take it today.
So if you see a strobe light flashing in my face, that's what that is. But I'm going to go Pedro Martinez as well. I know that's kind of copping out because I didn't see him a whole lot, but I just love his game and what I've seen.
I was going to say a lot of this opinion is based on his cards in MLB The Show, but I have seen some Pedro Martinez highlights, and disgusting changeup. When I talk about Luis Castillo having the best changeup in the baseball, it's a spitting image of Pedro Martinez.
Right.
Pedro threw fastball at 100. He threw a sinker. He threw a slider that was gross. He threw a changeup that was probably the greatest changeup of all time. Pedro was just unhittable.
He was. So number 2 for me is gonna. Oh man, this is really tough. Oh man, I'm gonna. I read this. I can't pick one. As we say hi to Connor out there. Hi, Connor.
Oh, I'm supposed to meet with him. That's right.
Oh, oops.
So, you guys stall for like 5 minutes while I get this done, and then we'll come back in and talk about Wright State.
Okay, sounds good. But I think I have to say I'm going to go Felix as well, like Big King Felix, because he's fantastic. I'm going to steal 2 of Shea's, but whatever. This last one is insanely tough. Man, I didn't think this would be this hard.
Because it's almost like all time.
It's
I mean, we're kind of cheating all time right now, but
It is. It is. Hitters were much easier because you remember hitters more than you do pitchers.
yeah.
Man. Part of me really wants to say, I really want to say Schilling, but I don't want to take two Red Sox guys. I really don't. I loved Schilling, but man, you know what? I am going to go Mo Rivera. I loved Mo Rivera.
He was not in my list. Gosh, I might have to rethink mine now.
Yeah. Yeah. So who do you have here?
Without the Mo Rivera, I was going a couple Hall of Famers. I was going Randy Johnson.
That's fair. Randy's awesome.
Big three, one of the big three on the Braves back in the 80s and 90s. Hell, I'm blanking. Greg Maddux.
Okay. I like that.
And my last one. Gosh, I don't know why I'm blanking right now.
It's hard.
I had like a whole list in my head, and I'm totally blanking. Oh, gosh, no. I think he's still playing. I had it. I had my whole list made out, and I'm just totally blanking on who it was. Oh, my gosh. That's going to bug the heck out of me the rest of the day.
That's okay.
Oh, man. That's rough. Well, for now, unfortunately, I hate to do this, but Mariano Rivera will be my placeholder.
That's fair.
That's just so disrespectful, and I feel like ashamed for saying that.
Yeah. No, but I mean, it's fine. So to go over again, mine were Pedro Martinez, Mo Rivera, and what was the third guy I said?
Is it Schilling?
No, I said, who did I say?
I'm sorry. This forgetfulness.
This is terrible radio right now. This is terrible. So I know I said Pedro, and I said Mo Rivera, but there was one more guy who I said, and I'm completely blanked it. Well, for now, I'm gonna change it and go Randy Johnson as well because Randy's awesome. But so I mean it's insane. I mean that's terrible radio and terrible content. I mean normally I have a notepad with me, but I mean this was spontaneous and I completely forgot about it today. So as I lose my breath there, to fill time here for just a few minutes. What has been something that has been for you? I mean, what have you enjoyed most about being back on campus in our first few weeks?
Well, this is my second year at Wright State, so this is my first taste of campus.
Mine too.
At all.
Yeah.
And I love how we can't really escape any disaster. Like we get back on campus, the student union almost explodes.
Right.
Just all sorts of disasters and like oddities. Like, have you seen all the shopping carts just showing up?
Yes.
It's like that's a fair walk.
It's
from
like
the Meyer.
It's like I mean, they just come over from Meyer right over there right down the street. So I don't know how the shopping carts are getting everywhere.
It's like they used to. They got technology now where the wheels lock if the anti-theft stuff goes off, so you can't get them out of the store. I think they need to start doing it like a invisible fence like they do for dogs because the shopping cart situation is getting out of control.
And an invisible cart fence.
Yes.
Yeah, right. But that's something that I'll say is something insane. But did you see? Were you on campus yesterday?
Yeah.
Did you see the guy running around with Heelys?
No, I didn't.
He had Heelys and he was going around campus. It was awesome.
That was amazing.
Oh man.
Back in high school, we had a guy. Shout out to him. Doubt he's listening. But he Heeled across the stage at graduation.
That's fantastic.
To shake the principal's hand.
That's fantastic. That's awesome. Shay, we're talking about the Heelys guy on campus. I mean, it was fantastic. So the pitchers that I had were Randy Johnson, Pedro Martinez, and Mo Rivera. Okay. How about you? And Kyle had.
I had Randy Johnson, Greg Maddux, and Mariano Rivera.
Maddux is a good one. That is.
I had a different third one, and I just totally lost it.
I know.
I
know.
I completely forgot.
Little proud moment here, really quick. We in the last hour and a half have made about approximately $350.
There we go.
For about 6 hours of work.
First day back, and we're already killing it. That's awesome.
The goal of the Core 9 is to make $1,500 in revenue every year. We might knock that out in like 3 months.
Oh man, that's awesome. So those were our our baseball segments there for half an hour. But
let's talk about this basketball schedule.
This basketball schedule looks awesome.
NKU
so we'll go
on
over,
February 13th. That's the highlight.
So I'll read over this real quick for you all.
Mm-hmm.
They'll open up conference play December 2nd with IPFW. Cleveland State, IPFW on December 2nd and January 30th.
Those are both road games, right? To start the conference season?
The yes, both road games to start the conference.
They're doing chunks of like 4 home, 4 road, 4 home.
Right. So it'll be December 2nd. They'll have Purdue Fort Wayne on the road, and then they'll have Cleveland State on the road on December 4th.
A big game.
Then a couple weeks go by, Christmas goes by. They'll have Milwaukee at the Nutter Center on December 30th. Me, you, and I will be on that game. And then they'll have Green Bay first of the year at the Nutter Center.
I don't know what to expect out of Green Bay this year.
I don't either. They have UIC January 6th at the Nutter Center, IUPUI January 8th at the Nutter Center. They'll have Northern Kentucky January 10th in Highland Heights. RMU.
I'm going down to that game. I'm about to make the trip down to Highland Heights.
RMU in Moon Township on January 13th, and then they'll come back to Youngstown, or they'll go to Youngstown on the 15th of January, and then they'll have the 30th will be Purdue Fort Wayne at the Nutter Center. They'll have on the January 28th, they'll have Cleveland State at the Nutter Center.
That'll be a good game.
They'll have February 9th, they'll have Green Bay in Green Bay. February 11th, they'll go up to Milwaukee.
What are they doing on February 13th?
January 22nd, they'll have I don't know why this is in
That's
different orders, but they'll have UIC in Chicago on January 22nd. January 20th, they have IUPUI in Indianapolis. February 13th is NKU at the Nutter Center.
Oh, yeah.
Which will be fantastic.
Sell out, green out. Already know what's going to happen.
So, and then February 24th, they'll have Youngstown.
What happens in that game? Let me tell you. Tanner Holden drops 35.
And Pat Baldwin Jr. may do the same thing.
In an NKU game? Maybe.
Oh, I'm sorry. In a Milwaukee game.
That kid's so talented, he might drop 30 on an NKU Wright State game.
Faulkner and Warwick are going to have similar stat lines, I assume.
Warwick could drop 30 on anyone. When does Detroit come to the Nutter Center?
Detroit comes to the Nutter Center. Where did it go?
Antoine's going to drop 50 this year. I don't know who it's going to be against, but Antoine's going to have a 50-point game this year.
Detroit's not listed on this.
What?
That's a travesty. What happened to Detroit? Oh, no.
Is Detroit gone?
I don't think so.
They didn't leave
oh,
the
wait.
conference.
Never mind. It's just not listed on the list. They have Detroit Mercy. Hang on. It says after a quick visit to the Detroit metro area for contests against Oakland on February. They'll have Detroit Mercy on the road on February 20th.
They don't play them at home?
I don't think they do. Which is a travesty.
I've watched my last game of Antoine Davis at the Nutter Center.
It's so sad.
That's brutal.
I don't think.
He's going to drop 50 this year. I don't know who it's going to be against, but he's going to have a 50-point game.
He will. So, and then they'll round out the year on February 26th at the Nutter Center against Robert Morris. Championships will be
in Indy.
The early round of the quarters will be March 1st and March 3rd. I'm sorry. Early rounds will be March 1st and March 3rd. And then the top 4 teams get a bye to the quarterfinals. The first round in the semis will be March 7th and March 8th for the championships at the Farmers Coliseum in Indianapolis. So that's the Horizon League Basketball Conference schedule.
I assume the ladies' schedule will drop in the next couple of days.
Yeah,
too.
it shouldn't be far behind. So, I mean, we're coming up on 2:25 here, so
we're gonna say goodbye.
We're gonna say goodbye
so
here.
Kyle can get to his meeting.
Kyle can go to your meeting, and Kyle, we appreciate you spending
this was a blast.
hell of a lot longer than you should have with us.
Oh, I appreciate it. It was fun.
All right, so come back anytime you'd like. We'd love to. I know we'd love to have you on both of our respective shows if you can make it. So, with that, we're gonna say goodbye to y'all today.
But one more thing before we go.
Sure.
Welcome back.
Welcome back is right. We are back. We're going to have my show, The Perspective, on Friday at 2 o'clock. Shay will start his show next Wednesday, and Scotty will be back with his show next Monday at noon or 1 or the other. And then you can catch Patrick's morning show every morning here on WWC 106.9 starting at 9 o'clock. So, and we're going to have, like Shay said earlier at the top of the show, so many more fun and entertaining
Yeah, you're going to look
shows.
at the schedule right now and be like, it doesn't look that crowded. Well, that's because we have like 5 or 6 shows that are in the process of being added right now.
Yeah.
So they might be a week or two behind, but give it 3 weeks, and the fall show schedule here is going to be disgustingly awesome.
That's a very strong, descriptive word. Disgustingly awesome.
Is Bella getting her own show?
Yep.
Awesome.
She is.
There's a true crime podcast with a couple people from The Guardian. We're gonna have an SGA show. It's gonna be dope.
Raider Sports Podcast will
Raider
come back
Sports
as well
Podcast
with
is coming
Noah.
back.
So
there's a lot of good stuff coming.
right. So with that, for Kyle Roberts sitting across
Come see us at the DJ
desk.
meeting on Monday.
Exactly. Even if you're not a member here,
Come
and you're interested,
come hear more about us.
Come to our meeting. Come say hi, whether you're interested or not.
I wish I could give you a room, but I don't know yet because they haven't told me. So email me at wwsu1@right.edu if you're interested. I will let you know where you can come find us, or just stop by the station 018 Student Union. If we know you're interested, we will add you to our email list, and we will make sure you know.
Absolutely. So with that, for Kyle Roberts sitting across the desk and Shea Neal to my caddy corner, right?
I was going to say diagonal right.
This is Parker Testa. Thank you for listening to the WW Is Back is hour and a half here on WWSU 106.9. So I figured it would, but it was a lot of fun today. We appreciate you hanging out with us both on Discord, on YouTube, and on here on WWSU 106.9. So
meeting in 40 minutes.
With that, have a great day, a great week, and I personally will see you on Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Thank you for listening, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
You are now listening to WWSU 106.9 FM, Fairborn Dayton, Dayton's right choice, or you can catch us online at